What up, what up? Welcome back, everybody. Episode 5 of the New South News. Once again, my name is Ryan Bridgers. To my left, I got my man. We got it right. We got my man, Ray Masonette. So what's going on, man? Did you check out the dunk contest Saturday?
Absolutely. You know, I was rooting for the hometown hero, Dennis Smith.
Yeah.
Super dope with the whole J. Cole and the Terry Stanford jersey. So
yeah, that was a nice touch.
You know, repping North Carolina favor all the way, man.
Well, you know, that got me thinking. So what if we had a North Carolina high school dunk contest? What 3 hoopers could we pick and say, okay, these are our 3 dunk contest contestants?
Okay, so we're going to jump right into it then, huh?
We're jumping right to it.
All right, so right off the bat, I'm going to have to go with Jalen Cone, bro. I mean, we just put a video out of him windmilling in the game. I mean, he's 5'10", 5'11", at best. So, I mean,
give or take.
Give or take. Shout out to Jalen Cone.
Three pair of socks on. I'm going to go Shaquille Moore, Piedmont Classical. Shaquille's like the unofficial dunk champion here in North Carolina.
Like 3 of them, bro.
Yeah, he's won a lot. Yeah, so I actually had the pleasure of judging him in the top 80 and the Super 60 dunk contest. He had crazy between the leg dunks to win it both times. So, so who else do you think you'd pick as a third dunker?
Third, I would have to go with Wayne Country Days, Marcus Metcalf.
Yeah, he had like the dunk of the summer. Didn't he?
I mean, like that. He just came out of nowhere, and it's crazy because I watched him since he was a younger kid. Lord knows I had no idea that he would get the bounce that he has.
Yeah.
But I think he would surprise some people if he joined in the dunk contest.
So, guys, they're high flyers all across the state. So let us know in the comments below who we missed. So the NCISAA Final Four is set. We're actually going to break down each individual classification here, starting with 1A. So, Ray, who's your pick to go to the championship game?
So, in 1A, you got first Greenfield versus Victory. I'm going to go with Greenfield. Greenfield's been killing it all season long.
Correct.
So they're my pick for that game. And then for the Northwood Temple versus Trinity Christian, I have to go with Northwood Temple.
Ooh. Upset pick.
Yeah, and the reason is because Josh Dickelberry goes off. So in a Greenfield Northwood Temple championship game, who you got?
All bias aside.
All bias aside.
I'm going to go Greenfield, and here's why. Greenfield has won 23 straight games. They've tied a school record for 31 wins this year. They haven't won a state championship since 2006. A lot of the talents come through Greenfield. They haven't won in 13 years. I think this is the year they get over the hump. They share the ball really well. I just think the sum of the individual parts beats one player. So that's my choice.
All right, so in 2A, tell me who you have advancing to the championship game.
Okay. So I'm going to go Fayetteville Academy in the first game against Northside Christian. I think with the remaining teams left, John Michael Wright is the best player left in that classification. So I think he gets him over the hump. The second game, I'm going to go Wayne Country Day. They've been on this Cinderella run right now. They've knocked off Trinity of Raleigh, and they knocked off Davidson Day. One kid that stood out, Jaden Cooper, a sophomore class of 2021. He is a stud. So, guys, be on the lookout for Jaden Cooper.
So, let me just give you an opportunity for a shameless plug. Haven't you seen him before?
Yes, I actually saw Jaden Cooper a couple of years ago at the 3rd annual Elite 50. So, he was an all-star. So, yeah, shameless plug there. But, I'm going to take Wayne Country Day versus Fayetteville Academy in this state championship game.
I'm going to have to stick with my guns, man. I picked Fayetteville Academy to win it all. Nothing's changed for me. I think John Michael Wright is on the tear, and I think he puts an end to the Cinderella story.
Perfect. All right, Ray. So, 3A, who you got?
3A, I got Carmel Christian versus Cape Fear Academy. I'm going to go with Carmel Christian. And then the second game, Village versus Concord First Assembly, I'm going to go with Village.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Carmel Christian to win the state title and to represent us in the Geico Nationals.
All right, so let's jump into 4A. Rob, what you got?
The first matchup is probably one of the better matchups overall that we'll see this weekend. Durham Academy versus Greensboro Day. That is going to be a high-level basketball game. I think experience wins in that game. The young pups at Durham Academy, they're coming. But right now, I'm going to go with Hayes and McCorkle. I'm going to go Greensboro Day for that game. Second game, I'm going to go Charlotte Latin versus Christ School. Christ School actually upset the number 1 seed, Charlotte Christian. Charlotte Christian was 27-1 this year, and Christ School went in there and beat them. So we're keeping that Cinderella story. I'm going to go Christ School versus Greensboro Day in the state title game.
Championship, I mean, again, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Greensboro Day. So make sure y'all keep it locked for all the remaining games in the NCISAA tournament. Okay, Rod, it's time for us to jump into our Phenom ranking tracker, class of 2022. Let's tell the people who we looking at, who we think they should look at.
Okay, so guys, the 2022 class, it's not an actual physical ranking at this point because these are guys we're really just literally introducing you to. So we're going to give you 5 guys just to keep your eye on over the course of the next 3 years. So we'll start with MJ Rice out of Durham Academy, big time prospect, Team USA kid. So we'll see a lot from him moving forward. So we got Jaden Young from Wayne Christian School. He's one of the leading freshman scorers in the country according to Max Preps. Big time scorer out of Goldsboro. He's averaging 29 points a game as a freshman, so if he keeps that up, I mean, he'll break another guy from Goldsboro's scoring record by the time he's a senior. So, and I'm pretty sure Kobe wouldn't be mad at it at all. Third guy, we have Jalen Hood-Shafino. I think you've seen Jalen a lot here.
Absolutely. So. He actually played in the Crown Town Classic. Another big guard, huge hands, floor general. Another Team USA kid as well.
So speaking of Team USA kids, we got Jaden Bradley out of the Cannon School. I got a chance to watch Jaden at John Wall Invitational. He's the next big point guard to come out of North Carolina. He big time, literally does it all on the court. So the last kid we're going to talk about is Jacob Newman out of Myers Park in Charlotte. He's actually a 2-sport star. I know he plays with Team Loaded in basketball. Downhill guard, gets to the basket well. He's a floor general. He can shoot. He does a lot of good things. So those are 5 guys that, we're just telling you guys to keep an eye on. All right, guys, so we're going to challenge you to let us know 5 more guys in the class of 2022 that we should keep our eyes on. So let us know who you think in the comments below. So I know the last week on Twitter, you've probably seen a lot of debate, a lot of dramas over the NCISAA rankings and the high school OT ranking, the projections. So it actually brings up an interesting question about the 2 teams that are mainly involved here. So I got a question for you.
What you got?
Millbrook or South Central, and why?
I'm torn, but I'm going to pick one. And if I got to pick one, I'm going to go with Millbrook. Here's why.
Okay.
I like the way they play defense. Like that's just hands down why I think they come out victorious in this. They speed teams up. They make them play uncomfortably. And then when teams turn over the ball, they execute at the other end.
So I've been preaching them all year, ever since I saw them in the John Wall Holiday Invitational. I'm going to go South Central. And for me, both teams are even. I feel like they're evenly matched, but the X factor is and always will be Dayron Sharp. For me, Millbrook has really good bigs with Will Felton and Sam Hood. Those guys are good.
Right.
But Dayron Sharp is a North Carolina commit for a reason. And I feel like, over time, he's a difference in the game. Shaquem Phillips and Jazier Baker are probably 2 of the better guards in the state that we don't talk about much, but they're really good. Like Millbrook, South Central comes at you in waves defensively. They have guys who are unsung, who make a lot of difference on that team. So, it'll be interesting to see where that game is played. Right now, it's looking like it may be a game played at Millbrook before the game really should be played, but we'll see what happens. So is Millbrook getting ahead of themselves because they're undefeated? Is South Central treading in deep waters because they haven't really played anybody? Is there another team out there right now that can defeat one of the 2? We need every person with a dog in the fight right now to tell us who's winning and why. Let us know in the comments below. And for all the teams without a dog in this fight, I need you guys to give us 3 teams in the state that we need to be watching. We're going to reply to every single comment, so let us know who and why.
Rod, tell me about the underrated culture player of the week.
So the underrated culture player of the week is a clothing line designed by a former Kinston alum, Mike Jenkins, also graduated from Bradford University. He's currently playing overseas. Mike's mission is locate the underrated player, the guy who doesn't get as much notoriety every week, to kind of shine the spotlight on him.
And this week, our player of the week is 2020 guard Rashad Smith, currently playing at Northside High School in Pinetown, North Carolina, former home of the Idris Adebayo, also known as
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. Rashad Smith is the underrated culture player of the week, mainly because he's a bit undersized, but he has phenomenal court vision. He's ultra competitive, really good shooter, overlooked a lot because of his size. But if you see him play, he has amazing court vision. Like he finds teammates, makes the right pass, does all those things. Had a 39-point game this season. Plays against weaker competition, so to speak. But he did drop 26 and 10 against a really good Farmville Central team.
So Rashad is more than deserving of the underrated culture player of the week. So congrats to you, Rashad. Okay, guys, so that's the end of episode 5. Be sure to check back next week where we'll have full recaps from the NCISAA state tournament as well as the public school brackets will be released. So once again, guys, my name is Rob Bridgers, Ray Masonette. New South News, episode 5. We out.